EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
Looking to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Jones. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landed.
Balaj. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and
Watch it now,
10.
Barney, Barney.
The give to Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now Balaj. Oh, what a move. And he loses the football a second time. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll run here with Balaj. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ronald Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And still fighting. They give him a gain of 38.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Touchdown, Packers! In for the score. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. LeBlanc, throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. LeBlanc eluding the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Oh, and they hadn't stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They run it with Balaj. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw on 2nd down. LeBlanc, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
To throw on 3rd down. LeBlanc forced out to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. This time a spin. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. To play in a tightly contested first half. More from the desert after this.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
To throw on second down. LeBlanc. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
The extra point hitting the right upright, but it caroms home on the NFL scoreboard. An update from Los Angeles. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. He is racking the sacks up. Charles, 5 last week, now 2 here.
I don't care what they've done in scheme, it's not working. I mean, you can do it all day long, all night long. They did it all week, and it hasn't worked. And in fact, on that last sack, I thought I saw him drop a Pro Bowl ballot at the feet of the quarterback and say, here's a pen right in my name.
He keeps playing like this, he'll be dropping those ballots from the plane above the city. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
On first down, LeBlanc taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone! 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 Gone!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. LeBlanc, he sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Back to throw. LeBlanc taking a shot for Samuel. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
They'll throw now on the final play. Try to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
On 1st and 10, LeBlanc, a hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Throwing again. LeBlanc, he's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Right back to him on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And now running right through him. Fights through and now a crease. 31 yards there and a first down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Throwing to start the drive. LeBlanc buying time to his left.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
The give is to Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
So that's a down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He'll get it up the middle. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Hot! Hot!
They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
On third down, LeBlanc, he'll buy some time right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. LeBlanc dancing to his left. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Let's go, let's go! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Throwing on first down. LeBlanc going up top. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. Keke QT, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
The extra point, not exactly a thing of beauty, but it does ricochet home. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now look at 56.
Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Leopard! Leopard! Set! 3-19!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
All right, here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kalen Ballage, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Elsewhere across the league, 4th quarter action in Los Angeles. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Don't say nothing. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to let it flop. That's caught inside the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
56. Lucky 56. Now let's go. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw, and that's caught inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. To Detroit! Detroit!
Wide motion, wide motion. Hey, if you kill it, motion me out.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Parkey with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go. 3-19.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here we go now. 3-19. Over.
Check. Motion to backfield.
Again, it's Balaj. 20. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Arizona, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.